Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to week 4 of the summer school. My goodness, where has the time gone? It is fantastic to see so many of you here waiting, chatting away. I hope you've had a really good couple of weeks. I, of course, have been off for a much needed holiday, a vacay, as somebody called it, with my wonderful family. We had a week away last week in Poole down in Dorset, which was just glorious. And Anna and I have had a few days this week without the children around, which has also been glorious. But it's fantastic to be back. We have actually, despite the fact we were on holiday, we have been working a little bit, not too much, but a little bit, on just finalising and getting all of these tracks ready for this week. Because, of course, we've provided all of the vocals for this week, Anna and myself. We call ourselves the Choir of Patchway Cathedral. We live here in Patchway, just north of Bristol. And if you know Patchway, you know why the idea of Patchway Cathedral is quite funny, actually. We have loved putting together the music for this week. I'm going to be playing you little bits of it in a moment as a test, and of course we'll be enjoying the full-throated singing as we go forwards, and we'll listen to all 5 tracks and sing them through this afternoon. And then, of course, we've got sessions all throughout the week where I'll be teaching you these 5 glorious pieces. One way to think about the music for this coming week is it's the bookends of a much bigger concert that'll be taking place at the end of September, where we perform all 4 weeks of the summer school programme. And if you think of everything we've done so far, that wonderful North American week, the Russian week, we've got Mark's Melodies, the concert of which is coming up on Friday this week. Can't wait to share it with you. It's already sounding amazing. And then, of course, this week. So we're going to jumble everything up when it comes time to perform at the end of September. And O Fortuna, which we'll be singing very shortly, will open the concert, and Down by the Riverside will end it, and everything else just fits around beautifully. So lovely to see everyone. Patchway Cathedral Choir, the Choir of Patchway Cathedral, that's the one. So let me just do a quick sound check, because I have been busy in here, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully it doesn't look like it too much, but I have completely, once again, rebuilt this studio. I do it every time I have a holiday, just to get rid of any little niggles, and hopefully I've done that. So I need to check everything's working. So, bear with me a moment, and now should be saying hello to everyone. It's so great to see you all, though. No sound, oh dear. Is there sound coming out? So good. Oh, okay. Keep breathing. Oh, that wouldn't be a great start. So, let me check. Do I have a cathedral acoustic? Oh, I do. It's sounding very boomy. I've obviously moved some of the stuff out of the pews. Good stuff. Okay, we can turn that one off. And let's just check the tracks for this afternoon. So let's have a bit of Thomas Morley first of all. Something from the... from 1595 or so, only 500 years old. His Now is the Month of Maying.
Now is the month of May, myriads are playing.
It's probably the cheekiest song we've ever performed on SIC Choir of the Earth. A bit of O Fortuna, this one's a big one. I can't wait for that one. Just imagine SIC singing that. It's that massive wall of sound. Oh, we're going to have fun with that one. Just for interest's sake, I've sent in to Mark to send to all of you just the instrumental part of that. So have a quick listen. That's Anna on the piano, multi-tracked. And we've added in some percussion instruments as well. So you're going to hear cymbals, timpani, tam-tam, glockenspiel, the works. Only for you, just for you. Let's have a couple of bits of Rutter.
Soured mountain, how diddle-a-day.
Something completely different, folks. I suppose if you were involved in that glorious performance of How Do You Keep the Music Playing, I think this is the closest to that, where we get to sort of use our voices instrumentally. Haven't done that yet, but that whole You're Gonna Love Soured Mountain. This is Black Sheep.
Black sheep, black sheep, black sheep, black sheep, black sheep, where do you leave your...
Splendid. I have to warn you, by the way, all of these pieces, every single one, is a certified nuclear grade earworm. and the black sheep is probably the most intense of all of them. I haven't been able to get it out of my head for about 6 weeks, just to warn you. And here's Down by the Riverside. And this is me on the piano. Carolyn is saying she was told fa la la was the substitute for saying up to naughtiness. No comment, Carolyn, but you're right. Okay, good. So that one starts quiet and ends up quite a lot bigger. There we go. So it's all working. How exciting. Well, now I can say hello to everyone. I see so many lovely names who I recognise, a few people who I don't. So I'm going to pop out the participants list. Ah, gosh, look, so many people here. Well over 100 people waiting to get started. Well, that's brilliant. And as I say, if you're here and you're not chatting away in the comments, well, it's lovely to see you. Many people will be watching later on Catch Up. I think I saw that Jill's going to be watching later on, and Lisa, and just lots of love to both of you. And anyone who's watching, hello to Helen in California who sent me a message this morning. I hope you're very well, and Bill as well. And to those of you in the comments, so hello to Atty, hello Alison, hola to Anna and Jota, hello to Andrew and Angela and Anya. Hello to Anne and Anna and Anne. Hello Barbara and Brenda. I'm sorry about your lip, Brenda and Bridget and Carla and Carol and Rob and Carol and Bumble and Carolyn. Hello to Kath and Kathy. Hello to Christine. Hello to Cliff. Hello to Denise. Hello to Elizabeth. Hello Ellen and Emma. Hello to Evelyn and Jill and Gillian and Gina. Hi, Gina. Hello to Gwen. Hello to Helena. Hello, Helena. Hello to Epi and Jackie. Hello to Jan and Jane and Janet and Jean. Oh, it's all jumping around now as people want me to say hello to them. Just check I haven't missed anyone off. I see a Kath. Anyway, where did I get to? I got down to Jean and Jill and Judith and Julie and Karen and Kareth and Kate. And it's all now moving really rather quickly as everyone's jumping on. Oh my goodness me. Hello to Kate and to Kathy and to Loretta and Maggie and Marion and Mary. Hello to Mike. Hello to Moira. Hello to Natalie and Nicola. Hello to Nikki and Nina and Pam. Wonderful to see everyone. Hello to Paula and Penny. Hello, Rob. Rung any good bells lately? Hello to, hang on, oh, it's all now jumping around. To Rosalind and Rosina and Ruth and Sandra and Sarah and Sheila and Stephanie and Mark and Susanna. I hope you're feeling better soon, Susanna. Hello to Terry, Virginia. Hello, Vietska, and anyone else who's here in the comments. I'm sorry if I've missed your name. Hello to Elizabeth. And to anyone else who's jumping on now, hello to Jackie and Gwen and everyone. It's just lovely to see so many people here. And, well, we've got some fantastic music to sing this week, as I've already said. Some very, very different music, but all linked with a common theme. These are all great pieces. They're great fun. They are all secular pieces, so nothing sacred about this week. We've had quite a lot of sacred music on with these lovely pieces that we've been learning for summer school. But this week is all about the more of a sort of human approach. So we've got now is the month of May, which is distinctly human and very cheeky, and yes, downright bawdy in a couple of places, but in a very Renaissance sort of way. So you've got to get your fa-la-las sounding nice and suggestive, everyone. We've then got O Fortuna by Carl Orff, just the most iconic piece of choral music, one of the most popular pieces of choral music in the world. And I just have to hear SIC Choir of the Earth singing this. That's the reason it's here. I said to Mark, we've got to have O Fortuna. I want to hear SIC Choir of the Earth blasting this incredible piece. What a great piece to open the concert with in September. And then these lovely Rutter folk songs, which are the mainstay, as far as I'm concerned, of any good summer concert. They're light, they're fun, they're very different, they're going to challenge us in new and interesting ways. And at the end, well, just as with all our great performances, they're going to bring a tear or two of joy. So I do hope everyone enjoys this afternoon. It is great to be back on the podium. And just lots of love to all of you. Thank you for your lovely messages, and thank you to everyone who very kindly left me alone over the last 2 weeks. In the nicest possible way. I really appreciated having a mostly empty inbox, but it is nice to be back. So speaking of being back, we are pretty much ready to start here. I do hope that my neighbour and his angle grinder have gone in for a cup of tea. He started about 2 minutes before I went live. If he carries on, I'm going to have to close the window. Make sure you've got everything you need, ladies and gentlemen. Anvils, angle grinders, if you like. Drink of water is the most important thing. Make sure you've got your score packs. We are going to do a bit of singing this afternoon. We've got one thing to learn all together. So make sure you have your scores ready. And do please, as I'm very fond of saying, keep chatting. Keep this lovely comment stream going and enjoy each other's company, because it's a massive part of what makes SIC Choir of the Earth very, very special indeed. But we're going to get started. Really, really exciting stuff. So here we go. Full screen. You know what to do. Fingers and noise at the screen. You go. And a very, very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and welcome again to week 4 of the summer school. It is amazing how quickly time seems to pass. And yet it also seems like a long time ago that I was sat here in May launching this amazing course. And what a huge amount we've achieved so far. Those 2 glorious concerts of North American music and the Russian music, which is still, to my ears, the best SIC Choir of the Earth has sounded so far. We then learnt all of that lovely music for Mark's Melodies, and the performance of that is this Friday at 3 o'clock. I do hope you can all join us for that, because just like the Russian music and the American music, the sound is already astonishing, and you will just love every second of it. And this week, as I was saying to those people who are here early, these are my treasures. These are fun, lively pieces with fantastic tunes, really, really good melodies that are going to bookend our programme. So that when we perform in September, we'll be starting the concert with Carl Orff's O Fortuna and Thomas Morley's Now is the Month of Maying, which leads us then into some of the gentler and quieter works, the Russian music, the American music, Mark's Melodies. And then at the end of the concert, we'll be singing Rutter's American folk songs, and you'll hear exactly why. These make great bookends as we go through this afternoon. Of course, I've got rehearsals with everyone individually this week, starting tomorrow. I've got to double check, so it's the tenors tomorrow and the basses at 3 o'clock. And then it's going to be the sopranos and altos on Tuesday. And then as we go throughout the week, I'll be seeing you again on Wednesday and Thursday. We've then got the full sing-through on Friday morning. Okay, Friday morning, and that is going to be at 11 o'clock. So that's our normal morning time. We'll sing through everything and then be down to you to record. And then looking forward to hearing it all come together. So I think we should get started, folks. We've got some lovely, lovely pieces to look at, as I say. And before we do, can I just really pass on all of my thanks and praise and compliments to everyone who took part in that wonderful recording of How Do You Keep the Music Playing. I was a bit naughty. I was sent the recording last week, actually the week before last, and I listened to it and I loved every second of it. Again, I couldn't get it out of my head for days. If you haven't heard it, do go and listen to How Do You Keep the Music Playing. It's just gorgeous, and if you were involved in it, well done. And again, huge thanks to Nigel and to Libby for running such amazing courses over the last few weeks. Speminalium is going to be amazing. I think we're going to have 1,800 submissions, 1,800 individual submissions, which was going to make it the largest version of Spem ever recorded, taught by really one of the world's greatest musicians. How fantastic. So we're going to get started in a moment, as I say, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go through in the order of the score pack for this afternoon. So we will be starting with Now is the Month of Maying. I thought we could do a little bit of a very, very brief warm-up. What do you think? Of course, if you wouldn't mind, please. Ascending, being upstanding, thank you very much. Planting your feet to shoulders width apart. Making those knees nice and soft. Yes, it's all coming back to you now, of course. Giving yourself a nice straight back and a long neck. Very good. And for those of you who aren't standing at the moment for whatever reason, that's absolutely fine. Not a problem, but give yourself as straight a back as you can. And that lovely long neck as well. And imagining everyone a piece of string just tied to the top of our heads, just pulling very gently, not too strenuously, but up on our heads. So it's keeping that weight up, keeping our neck lovely and long. And everyone just start to take a few deep breaths in your own time, in your own way, please. Breathing in and sighing and just gathering up any tension as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, just let that all fly away. Wonderful. And one more time, lovely deep breath, gather up any stress, anything you're worrying about, and then breathe it out, get rid of it. So lovely to see so many of you. Lovely, lovely comments. Thank you, everyone. Great stuff. Let's roll our shoulders around a few times just to loosen these muscles up. Taking nice deep breaths as we do so. It feels really good to be at this point of the summer school, having achieved so much and still with some of the greatest treats ahead. Rolling my shoulders back and with so much to look forward to still to come. As even though this is the last week of the summer school, of course, there's lots to look forward to with SIC. We've got Acapella Wonders 2 coming up soon. If you haven't signed up for that, that's going to be wonderful. We've got Haydn's Creation coming up very soon as well, and that is already sounding amazing with our Fieri consort partners. Everyone breathe in, bring your shoulders up. As you breathe out, let your shoulders fall. Plus we have, of course, the festival coming up, which is going to be off the charts. Absolutely amazing. Nothing has ever been seen like it. So lots to look forward to, but still with plenty to do this week. Let's do a bit of humming, shall we, everyone? Let's have a bit of an acoustic. Lovely. So let's hum together on that C. Here we go. And again. And again. And an oh, and an And now after me, please. Ya, ya, ya. Your turn. Very nice. Ma, ma, ma. Splendid. Ya, ya, ya. And fa, la, la. And one more. Fa, la, la. Fa, la, la. Indeed, everyone. Thank you very much indeed. Please sit yourselves down. If I could ask you to grab your scores for this week. And of course, as always, we have the wonderful work of Mark Cease, who's collated all of this together, produced our score packs. Thank you, Mark, for everything that you do for SIC Choir of the Earth. If we just glance at the contents of this pack, you can see it runs in chronological order, really, from the Morley to the Orff to the Rutter. So let's start at the very beginning with Morley's Now is the Month of May. Now, I know it's not May. I want to address that straight away. When I chose this, I'd originally intended it for it to be in the first week, but it didn't fit with the North American theme, obviously, because it's not American, it's an English piece. But I want us to sing this with that spirit of, spring is well underway, the summer is just around the corner, everything's bright and cheery. That's the first thing to say. Now, this piece, many people say it's a madrigal, and it's not, actually. This is a form of music known as a ballet, which is like a madrigal. It's light and dance-like, and it is sung in parts. And one of the things that some people will have noticed already is that we have 5 parts here. Okay, we're learning in 4 parts, but we have 5 parts here. And there's a part called quintus, which sort of sounds like a 5th part, and it's sitting in between the alto and the tenor. And this is a feature that you'll find in a lot of Renaissance music of this time. This was published, as I said, in 1595, so just on the cusp of the change from the Renaissance to the Baroque. So it's late Renaissance, very, very early Baroque music. And the quintus was a 5th part that fitted in the middle of the texture. And I'm going to teach the quintus part for this in the alto rehearsal, okay? This is mainly because there is more stuff for the tenors to do in some of the other parts than there is for the alto, so it's a matter of timekeeping. However, tenors are more than welcome to learn and sing this one. If we have time in our tenor rehearsals, everyone, we'll look at this as well, but the main note bashing for the quintus part for Now is the Month of May will be done in the alto rehearsal, okay? So I'll make sure that that's shared with everyone. Now, it's a very, very light and airy piece, this, with some really gorgeous phrases for us to get our teeth into. It's not an easy piece, even though the pattern repeats. So it's basically in A, B, B form. So you have the first section, that repeats, and then you have the second section, and that repeats. And then you sing the whole thing 3 times with different words. So basically it's only, 20 bars of music, sung several times. it's got quite a lot of cross rhythms, which is where different parts come in on different beats of the bar, giving you that sort of overlapping, cascading feel of the rhythm. So it's a tricky little piece, with lots and lots of opportunities to really get into the phrasing and really enjoy yourselves. And then we come to the subject matter. We've sung beautiful works on this. We've sung Messiah and Elijah and all those lovely requiems and so on. We've never sung anything quite as cheeky as this, because I'm afraid all of those rumours about falalaing being a way of covering up more bawdy lyrics, well, they aren't covering up any bawdy lyrics, but it's certainly very suggestive. This is a very cheeky song. And so whenever we sing fa la 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 la, I need you, everyone, to have that twinkle in your eye. Okay, a cheeky smile, fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la, because it's just pure fun. Okay, we're going to enjoy ourselves with this one, everyone. So let's have a little sing through it. Of course, we're going to look at this in parts as we go through the week, but I think a great way to start this afternoon is a bit of Now is the Month of May and a bit of falalaing. So let's give you the notes as we go, starting with the G at the bottom for the basses: tenor, quintus, alto and soprano. Okay, here we go, everyone. So enjoy. This is Now is the Month of May, and
Now is the month of May, when myriads are playing. Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. Now is the month of May, when myriads are playing. Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. Each with his bonny lass upon the greeny grass. La 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 la. Each with his bonny lass upon the greeny grass. La 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 la. The spring flowering plants and confident ascends. La 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 la, la 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 la. The spring flowering plants and confident ascends. La 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 la. And to the perfect sound, the leaves tread up the ground. La la la. And to the perfect sound, the leaves tread up the ground. La Find and voice it music, you sweet delight refusing. La la la. Find and voice it music, you sweet delight refusing. Sweet dainty nymphs that speak, shall we play while we pray? Sweet dainty nymphs that speak, shall we play while we pray?
there we are. Well done, everyone. Oh, goodness me. It's such a lovely piece. It's so light. It's so fun. And yes, it's very, very cheeky. And people have asked me before, what's Barley Break? Is it a game involving hoops and balls? No. Otherwise known as a roll in the hay, because the barley is broken. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have some fun with that one. People are saying, should we sing it in the style of the two Ronnies? The fork handles mix. No, we're going to have lots of fun, as I say. We're going to be working particularly at the accuracy of those pitches, because it moves quite quickly, as you've heard. It's got to have that dance-like feel, and all of those overlapping fa-la-la, 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 quite tricky to get them all exactly where they need to be. Speaking from experience, having recorded that all for you. So really looking forward to sharing that one with everyone with big smiles, okay? And lots of people saying, I'm going to be a nymph. I think there we are. That's it for the week. Some people bought anvils for the opera course. I think we should all be nymphs and shepherds this week. Fa-la-la, everyone. Okay, marvellous. Let's have a look at possibly the biggest biggest piece of the entire summer school. And if you think back over the 3 weeks we've already had, we've had a big wall of sound a couple of times, from that wonderful Jake Runestad piece and the Ole Yellow to the music of Rachmaninoff, the Priditye. And this, though, it's just a huge shout. Okay, now, O Fortuna, I don't know how many of you have ever sung this before, but you've all heard it. There's no doubt. This is such a well-known work, written by the great Karl Orff. It was premiered in Frankfurt in 1937 and has really been at the top of the charts really for the last 50, 60 years, made famous in this country, its use in various adverts. It's been used in films. It is an iconic piece. It's monolithic, actually. Now, if you've ever performed all of Carmina Burana, you know how much fun it is as well. Now, the one thing people don't necessarily know is that the words for this are 13th century. They are non-sacred. They are totally secular. And that's one of the reasons why the work itself, sometimes I've tried to book a venue to put this on, and if it's been a particular cathedral or a particular church, they've said, no, we don't allow Carmina Burana on the premises. Some churches don't mind it. Now, what I've got for you is a translation, and I'll make sure this gets sent out to everyone. But basically, it's a shout and a cry to fortune. O Fortuna, O fortune, like the moon, you are changeable, ever waxing, ever waning. Hateful life first oppresses and then soothes. Playing with mental clarity, poverty and power, it melts them like ice. So, big stuff. Fate, monstrous and empty, you whirling wheel, you are malevolent. Well-being is vain and always fades to nothing. Shadowed and veiled, you plague me too. Now through the game, I bring my bare back to your villainy. And the last one, fate is against me, in health and virtue, driven on and weighted down, always enslaved. So at this hour, without delay, pluck the vibrating strings. Since fate strikes down the strong, everyone weep with me. There we are. I mean, it's not the cheeriest thing we've ever sung on SIC, but it's certainly powerful. And that's why Orff's music just fits this like a glove. The movement itself opens and closes Carmina Burana by Karl Orff. If you don't know the whole work, please go and listen to it. It's very much on my wish list for us to have a look at some point soon. But we get to record this and sing it this summer, just this movement. So let's just have a quick look at the work before we throw ourselves at it this afternoon, everyone. You have this 4-bar opening, which is really intense. You get a big D down there from the piano, and you get these amazing chords. And then finishing there on that bare fifth. And the entire thing, those of you who are around sounders, the entire thing is waiting for a perfect cadence. That doesn't happen until the very end of this movement. One of the reasons it's so tense. Then this very, very famous tune. Semper crescis, aut de crescis, vita de te stabilis. Okay, we're going to be working really carefully at this particular way of singing. Again, those of you who are doing the Singer's Toolkit will know about this. Where you have the staccato mark and the legato mark, otherwise known as mezzo staccato or portato if you're playing it on an instrument. So we're going to be working at how to sing that as accurately as possible, because it's not easy. So we do a lot of that. Then it gets quite high on page 12. So salutis. It also gets faster. Et virtutis mihi non contraria. Okay, carries on like that. And then at the very end of the movement on that last page, the tempo increases again, and you're just carried right the way through to the very end. Advance warning, the last note is going to hold from that last chord on the big D major chord is another count of 10. Those of you who are with me on the Mozart Requiem will remember the last note is going to last a long time, so we need to stagger the breathing all the way through. I'm so excited to be teaching this one to all of you. It's one of my absolute faves. So, what do you think? Ben's treasures. Here we go. So I'm going to give you your notes. So you get a D from the piano. Okay, basses, you're there. Tenors and first tenors. Altos, second sopranos, and first sopranos. So those notes again. that for a chord. Here we go, everyone. O Fortuna. Nice deep breath, and... Oh, goodness me. I'm so excited already. Just at the thought of that, hearing that for the first time as recorded by you, and then working on that lump of clay with Connor to produce something completely unique. I haven't heard anyone attempt this with an isolation choir at all before. This is going to be so special. And with all of those instruments, with that fantastic arrangement, and the piano part has been custom arranged for us. That's not a version of the piano you'll see in any scores, because Anna and I were looking at it and thinking that's not actually, if you on the vocal score, it's not actually what the orchestra's doing at all. So she went to the orchestral score and crafted that piano part for us. I added in all of the percussion as well. It's going to be such a lot of fun, everyone. Fabulous. Some people got lost immediately. That's entirely understandable and entirely normal, because the thing is, a lot of this, it's so repetitive, counting and keeping up with everything. The actual tunes, the actual melodies are so simple. It's the fact they keep coming back again and again and again. And when do you go up and when do you do this? So that's what we're going to look at. Okay, honestly, you will love this piece by the end of the week if you don't already. Well done, everyone. And thank you for your lovely comments. Ooh, how exciting. Okay, so take a deep breath. Breathe that out. It's quite an angsty piece, as O Fortuna. That's why we sing it at the start of the concert. Get it done and enjoy ourselves. Okay. Now, let's have a look at the first of the 3 American folk songs. On page 18, you'll find it says 2 American folk songs. Well, it's 2 plus 1 for good behaviour. And so we have Sourwood Mountain and Black Sheep. And I first encountered these pieces when I was 14, singing in the Haven Youth Choir. Those of you who know me know I go on and on about the experience. Vital experience, really, for me in my life. And we loved John Rutter's music. I mean, this came out in 1976, it seems. But these were all being performed in the 80s and 90s. and that's obviously still being performed today. And I don't think there was a summer that went by from the age of 14 to 18, 19 that I didn't sing this with some choir or another. You know, it was really ubiquitous in a very good way. Now, the thing about these folk songs, particularly the first one, is it's basically a hoedown. It's a barn dance. And you can tell that from the very opening, the Soured Mountain, Soured Mountain. You get this. So you get that, the fifths. Now, obviously, that's supposed to be the violins. It's not the right notes, just to let you know. If it was on the violin, it'd be these. Because those are the open strings of the violin. You don't hold the notes, you just play them with the bow. A little bit high for the choir, so Rutt has transposed that down to give you this really big, very American sounding chord, lots of fifths. And then we become instruments, everyone. We sing bom, 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 bom. So we're going to be doing lots of bombs and doos and diddles and all sorts of things in this one. There's opportunities for lots and lots of fun solos here. We've got tenor solo, we've got bass solo, we've got whistling. Okay, now any of you are good whistlers, we're going to need you, because you're going to need to be able to sing or to whistle up to a D and actually up to an E, that note. Okay, if you are able to whistle that note, try it now. Very nice. Some of you are... But if you've got that note, I'm going to need you to record this. And just lots and lots of fun. It's not very long, but it's a great laugh, this one. So if I give you a note, if you know it, please sing along. If not, just follow your line. And we're going to spend a lot of time on this one. Okay, so sopranos, altos, tenors, and then when the basses come in, you're there. Okay, here is Soured Mountain. And...
Soured mountain, how diddle-a-day. Chickens are growing on Soured Mountain, hi-oh, hi-oh, diddle-a-day. Get your dog and we'll go hunting, hi-oh, hi-oh, diddle-a-day. Chickens are growing on Soured Mountain, hi-oh, hi-oh, diddle-a-day. Get your dog and we'll go hunting, hi-oh, hi-oh, diddle-a-day. Chickens are growing on Soured Mountain, hi-oh, hi-oh, diddle-a-day. Pretty girls and you can count 'em, hi-oh, hi-oh, diddle-a-day. Hi-oh, diddle-a-diddle-a-day.
My true love's blue-eyed daisy.
Hi-oh, hi-oh, diddle-a-day.
If I don't get her, I'll go crazy.
Hi-oh, hi-oh, diddle-a-day. My true love, she lives on the river. Hi-oh, hi-oh, diddle-a-day. Won't be long until I'm with her. Hi-oh, hi-oh, diddle-a-day.
There we go, everyone. Thank you. Oh, thank you for your lovely comments. Oh, poor Brenda's saying can't whistle my fat little. Oh, I really do feel for you, Brenda. I hope that goes down so you can record your whistling for us. And lots of people saying this is like the yodeling with Libby all over again. Excellent. Loving the accents. Thank you, Nikki. How did Ben know I couldn't whistle that note, says Babs? Yes. You have to warm up to it. I'll do my best to share as much in the way of whistling technique as I can, but you know, it's one of those, if you've got the note, then let's hear from you. If you haven't, just leave a space at that moment. Great, so that's Soured Mountain. As I said, it's a real it's a hoedown. It's an opportunity to have fun and kick back and enjoy yourselves. Now this next one is just absolutely beautiful. This one is Black Sheep. and it's much shorter, it's much simpler, and I can already see in the comments people saying, well, Sourwood Mountain's going to take some learning. It's probably the most demanding, I think, of all the pieces we've got to look at this week, just because everything has to be placed just so, but actually a lot of it is reused. Okay, so don't worry about Sourwood Mountain, particularly if you were involved in week 2. If you can learn all that Russian music, this is going to be fine. So Black Sheep, it's tiny, this lovely little piece. It's only 4 pages. It's a lullaby, and I'd say when I've performed this before, we've tended to take it quite slowly. But one of the things I've been really insistent on when it comes to these SIC performances is, where possible, I'm going to do what's on the score, because that's what the conductor or the composer wanted. And given that John has worked with us already, and I know, having spoken to him, he obviously, if he wrote it, he meant it. So the tempo for this, if you've ever performed it before, this is going to seem a little bit faster because it's John's tempo marking. It's andante. Often I've sort of black sheep, so you get this black sheep. This is how I've performed it before, which is nice and gentle, but actually it's got to have that flow. Black sheep, black sheep. So we get this black sheep, where'd you leave your lamb? Much more of a sense of flow to it. Again, just like with the others, there are some opportunities for some nice solo work. Sopranos, you get this gorgeous tune from the start. Everyone else is just providing support in this one. And then on the very last page, you have a soprano solo. Now, Anna's obviously recorded the soprano parts for this, but I asked my daughter Katie to sing the solo just on the last page. So it's a full. So this is the choir of Patchwork Cathedral with the probationers as well. So let's enjoy Black Sheep, everyone. This one is going to get stuck in your head. Just to warn you. Here we go. Enjoy.
Black sheep, black sheep, black sheep, black sheep. Black sheep, where'd you leave your lamb? Way down in the valley. Birds and the butterflies are fluttering by. Poor little thing crying, Mammy. Black sheep, where'd you leave your lamb? Way down in the valley. My mother told me before she went away to take good care of the baby. But I went out to play and the baby ran away, and the poor little thing crying, Mammy. Black sheep, black sheep. Black sheep, where'd you leave your lamb? Where'd you leave your lamb? Way down in the valley. In the valley.
There we are, everyone. Have to say, I'm rather proud of that one. We did a good job there, the choir of Patchwork Cathedral, and the little soloist. Yeah, she earned her pocket money that week. That is it. Honestly, it's a very, very short little work, very, very simple. We've certainly sung longer and trickier in the last few weeks, but that sung by SIC is going to be absolutely beautiful, and a little gem, I think, in the middle of the week. Thank you, everyone. Oh, how gorgeous. I have to say, those of you talking about Katie Solo, she did such a lovely job. And Anna and I, when we listened to it the first time, we both welled up. That's what. Ooh. It was lovely to have her come and record with me rather than sitting in the corner of a room on her phone, which is what she tends to do at the moment. But hey, she's 12. Now, we have one more to share this afternoon. And we're going to do this one twice this afternoon, folks. What we're going to do, we're going to enjoy listening along and singing along, if you'd like to, with Down by the Riverside. And then we're going to spend just a couple of minutes just learning the audience part at the end, because we split into choir and audience. And so I'm going to teach it to you because we're all together and we're all singing it. And I will ask everyone, regardless of which voice part you are, I will need you please to submit an audience recording for this. And even if you don't record anything else, please consider recording this. It doesn't need to sound choral. That's the point. It's got to sound like the audience, breathing all over the place, making mistakes. You know, this is one of the joys of this one. If you've ever performed this one in a concert setting, there always comes that moment where the conductor turns around to the audience and says, right, it's your turn, everyone. And the doors are all locked. You see the panic come onto the stricken faces of the husbands of the people sitting in the audience as everyone sings. So we'll learn that and then we'll sing it through a second time. I love this piece, absolutely love it. I remember vividly singing this one for John Rutter when I was 15. We had a visiting orchestra from the States come over, and we did Sourwood Mountain and Black Sheep and this one, and invited John Rutter, and he came along to hear us perform it. I've never forgotten the experience. I've also never forgotten the fact that, you know, this is where I had that first experience of working with John, where the orchestra played it, and he pointed out, he said, no, you're swinging the rhythm. It's not supposed to be swung. It's play what's on the page. There was a real moment of, oh, okay, he really wants us to do what he's written. So that's why we do what's on the score, everyone. So let's enjoy this one. It starts very quiet, ends really, really big. Lots and lots of fun, big smiles all the way through. Here's Down by the Riverside. Enjoy.
Study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, and I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more. I'm gonna put on my traveling shoes down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna put on my traveling shoes down by the riverside, and I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more, 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 I ain't gonna study, I ain't gonna study, I ain't gonna study. I'm gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside, and I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more, I ain't gonna study.
you go, ladies and gentlemen. I think Mark says it all. So much fun. That's the joy of these pieces by John Rutter. Fantastic arrangements and so much fun. You really are going to have, well, this the biggest smiles on your faces. Just to warn you, that bit that goes, I ain't gonna study war no more. That's going to be stuck in your head because it's been rattling around in my head for months and months and months. Now, look, let's just spend, because we've got time, let's spend just a couple of minutes looking at the audience part as we're all together. And I will go through it again in those individual rehearsals, but it's the tune, everyone. If you could all turn to page 40. If you'd be so kind, thank you very much. Now, several people have very astutely spotted that John has drawn on the ragtime tradition of Scott Joplin. You know, hang on, that sort of the umcha feel, and some of these breaks as well. The da 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 da. And then these lovely key changes that go along. Now, the thing you've got to do, and remember when you're singing the audience part, is not to get too distracted by the nice piano part that is rattling on before we come in. We come in at the top of page 40, and it's after that. Da 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 da. We then sing, all together we sing, I'm gonna put on my starry crown, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, I'm gonna put on my starry crown, down by the riverside, and I ain't gonna study war no more. Alright, let's just sing that together. It is the tune. Now, we're not swinging it per se, okay? We're not going, I'm gonna put on my starry crown. It is in time, okay? It's in simple time rather than compound time for those of you doing the around sound course. So don't swing it too much. Keep it nice and crisp. Remember, nice big smiles as we're singing this gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Starry crown always sounds better with a smile. Okay, so let's sing that one together. I'm gonna put from letter G after 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna put on my starry crown, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna put on my starry crown, down by the riverside, and I ain't gonna study war no more. Excellent. Well done, everyone. We then carry on. We rise up the scale. I ain't gonna study war no more. Sorry, my fault. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. And on that third more, if you have a look at the dynamics that are written, we've got a diminuendo. And that's to make space for that lovely I ain't gonna study over the top. So we sing more and immediately come down in dynamic. Let's go from I ain't gonna study, please. And by the way, those of you who are of the British persuasion, like myself, do be careful that we don't sing I ain't going to study. One's not going to study war anymore. Oh no. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study transatlantic at least. Those of you who are American, go for it, okay? This is an American piece after all. I ain't gonna study. Ready? After 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Excellent. Then again, I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Just those two phrases, please, from the last bar at the top of 42. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. And then, careful here, I ain't gonna study war no more. And the trickiest thing for the entire audience, and it always happens that there's people who forget, but we've got to hold the note on study for twice as long as we're expecting. Study war. Just make sure you've got that circled, that we sing that all together. Okay, let's go back and let's sing let's go from the top of 41. Let's do I ain't gonna study war anymore to the end, and then we'll sing the whole thing with the choir. Okay, I ain't gonna study from the top of 41, last bar. And notice the audience part is below the choir part. You've got the choir, SATB, and those 2 lines above, and then the audience is that 3rd line down. Just be aware it jumps when we get to the bottom of page 41. It's basically always the part above the piano line. All right, that's the one we're singing. So from I ain't gonna study, everyone. Nice deep breath. 2, 3, 4, 1. I ain't gonna study war no more. 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 Stagger the breathing more. And then we come off on that chord and let that lovely, that fun ragtime ending carry us through to the very end. Let's sing it, shall we, folks? Now, remember, there's all sorts of stuff going on leading up to that. Sops have got lots of the tune, then it's the tenors and basses, then it's the altos. We've got that brilliant Glory, Glory, Hallelujah to learn all together. So this is a bit of a challenge as well. Lots to get our teeth into this week. But this will be the last thing we sing through today, everyone. What a great way to finish our launch of week 4. I'm so excited to be here at this point after everything that we've done already with the summer school. Some people are asking, is it too late to sign up? Absolutely, it's not too late to sign up. Please do have a look on the website. You can sign up for week 4 right up until and including once we've started. So if you'd like to be part of this, or if you know anyone who you think would really enjoy a good week of singing tunes to make you smile and make you laugh, well, do tell them all about it, because we're starting tomorrow at 11 a.m. with the tenors. Fantastic stuff. So here we go. Here is Down by the Riverside. I'll bring you in for the audience part, and enjoy yourselves, everyone. That's what this week is all about. Here we go.
Study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, and I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study I'm gonna put on my traveling shoes down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna put on my traveling shoes down by the riverside, and I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't
Okay, we're coming in. This is everybody in unison, whichever octave suits you. And
I'm gonna put on my starry crown down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna put on my starry crown down by the riverside, and I ain't gonna study law no more. 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 I ain't gonna study
there we are. Well done, folks. Excellent job. Really hope you enjoyed that. That, of course, will be the last piece in the programme when we sing that at the end of September, with all 20 pieces. And you think about how hard we'll have had to work to get to that point over the course of 4 weeks, 20 pieces, all recorded to that quality. It's going to be amazing. Now, I had a couple of questions. What octave do we sing with the audience part? Well, I've recorded it myself, but it's as marked. So you sing it whichever octave you like. So sopranos, please feel free. It's for an audience. Okay, if there are any basses, because there would always be a few. I'm gonna put on my starry crown. Okay, it's designed to be sung by a large group of people, all singing whichever octave suits them. So I know it's written at a tenor pitch, but please, if you're a soprano, sing it that octave higher. Likewise, altos, and just enjoy yourselves. That's what that one's all about. We are going to have such a lot of fun this week, everyone. I'm so glad to finish the course with this wonderful week of fun, smiley, chirpy pieces, with the possible exception of O Fortuna. But I don't know. I feel that's quite therapeutic. I feel that we'll have an opportunity to get an awful lot out in the course of singing O Fortuna. We've got Soured Mountain, that dance. Now is the month of May, and we're going to be cheeky beyond anything we've done before. And that glorious, beautiful Black Sheep, beautiful lullaby. And then finishing with Down by the Riverside. So, as I've said, if you're not signed up already, please consider signing up for this week. It's going to be a huge amount of fun and a great way to wrap up our summer of wonderful music. Do also, please, look out for those performances of How Do You Keep the Music Playing that I was talking about. And also, I can't wait to hear Speminalium and Libby's pieces. So much to enjoy with SIC Cry of the Earth. So I will see tenors tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I will see basses at 3. And then on Tuesday, I'm just glancing across here to make sure I get it right, I see the sopranos at 11 and the altos then at 3 o'clock. We're going to do Now is the Month of May in Quintus part at that rehearsal. Okay, so those of you who are in the tenor part and want to sing the Quintus, it's going to be the alto rehearsal on Tuesday afternoon that we look at that line. Okay, so make sure you've got that in the diary. If you can come along live, that's brilliant. If not, we'll arrange, I think, I'll chat to Mark and we can send a link out to that specific moment just for those of you that want to sing Quintus. Can't wait to get started, folks. So great to be back on the podium. Thank you for all of your wonderful comments. And I shall pass all of those lovely comments along to Anna and to Katie. Yes, Anna played the piano for the O Fortuna and did that arrangement for us. Katie sang that beautiful solo. I played the piano for the Rutter. And Bobby was also in the room, usually playing on his iPad. So, we're all involved. I will see you tomorrow, if not before. Everyone, do remember, please, come along to the rehearsals. If you're free, even if it's not a rehearsal that suits your voice, well, come along and be part of the fun. Keep the chat going. I know some of you come along to everything, so I'll see you when I see you. All the very best, folks. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you. Bye-bye.